Hi, and welcome to this tutorial on how to use easybib.com to create your Works Cited page for your research paper. Before you start, you want to make sure to have at least these three things open. First of all, you want to have easybib.com open, and there's the URL in the corner. It's just easybib.com. Second thing you want to have open is your page where you've copied quotes out of the sources, as well as the URLs or the web addresses for those sources. And this is my paper of that. And finally, you want to have your research paper open. Now here is my research paper that I've been working on. And the first thing I'm going to do is scroll down to the bottom, and I'm just going to hit return a bunch of times until I get to a new page, because I want the Works Cited to start at the top of a new page. And I'm just going to type Works Cited right there. And I'm going to start putting those citations on this final page. I'm going to go back to my paper, and I'm going to see the places where I have the in-text citations, the places where I put the name of the author in parentheses after whatever I took from them. And we want to do this in alphabetical order. So I'm looking through and I see there's one that starts with a K. I see there's one that starts with a B. Chances are that this source from Barnes is going to be the first source I'm going to be quoting on my Works Cited page. So I'm going to go back over to my research quotes, and I'm going to find that quote from Barnes, which is this one right here. You might notice that on my page that there are quotes that never actually ended up in the paper. That's okay. We don't always use all of our research. But this is the URL of that source from Barnes. Note that that I'm doing this in Google Docs, so that's how I open up a new URL. And it's going to take me to the page where I got this information. First of all, I'm going to copy that URL, the whole thing, and you can do a right click to say copy. If you're on a Mac, that's Control click, or you can do on your keyboard Control C, or if you're on a Mac, that's Command C. Anyway, I'm going to take this URL and I'm going to paste it right here where it says Cite Source. I'm going to paste it right here into EasyBib. Note that it's by default going to cite it in MLA format, which is the one we want to use, so you don't need to mess with that at all. So I pasted it in, and I'm going to say cite it. Now it's going to search through the website. It's going to slurp up some information. They found what the site is. They are putting out the date that I accessed it, and I'm going to click continue. It's going to give me some more information, but I'm not just going to say create citation, because there is other stuff that I would like to put in. First of all, I wrote this paper yesterday, so I want to make sure that the date I accessed it is correct. So instead of 24th March, I'm going to put 23rd. Publisher or sponsor, to find the publisher of any particular article or website. Usually we scroll down to the very bottom. So I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to see that copyright the Regents of the University of California, Davis. So really the publisher would be the Regents of the University of California. Again, I'm going to copy that. So I'm going to say right click, copy. And I'm going to paste that information into that field. For paste on a PC, that's Control V, or if you're on a Mac, that's Command V. Something else I can fill in is the author's name. I know that it has the author's name because I put it in my citation. The author's name is Ken Barnes. So I'm going to say first name Ken, last name Barnes. I'm going to also see if I can find out when it was electronically published. It might not have that date. And as we work through this EasyBib website, which is a great website for shortcuts, I am going, just note that you're not always going to have every single piece of information that they ask for. All you want to do is make sure that you have as much information as you can put in there. I see down here that it says it was last modified January 28th, 2014. Now that's not the date that it was first published, so I think I'm just going to leave that blank. And it says for displaying the URL, that means the default is no, so we leave it out unless we absolutely have to have it. So I have filled out just about as much as I can. Once I have filled out as much as I can, I'm going to click Create Citation, and it's going to spit it out at me in the proper format. It has the name of the author, the name of the article, and the name of the title of the website, and then the publisher, and when I accessed it. So again, I'm going to highlight, going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my Works Cited page right here, and I am going to paste. There is my first one. On to my next one, and I'll just do 2 of these. Hopefully, it's pretty straightforward. You might not even need to continue watching after this point, but every citation is a little bit different. I noticed that not long after B in the alphabet, for Barnes, we come to Fram. So that's going to be the next citation. So I'm going to go back to my notes page. I'm going to find the source from Mr. Fram. And this is the one right here. So again, going to follow that so I can, first of all, copy the URL, just like we did before. I'm going to say copy. And now that I've already done my first one in EasyBib, I'm on a different page. I'm going to pause the advertisements. They're a little bit annoying. I'm going to, again, paste the URL right in here. So it's a different place than it was on the home page. So there's my new URL. I'm going to click Cite It. It's going to go through the same process. It has slurped a bunch of information. I'll continue on. And this time it has the publisher already filled in. It already knows when it was electronically published. Again, I'm going to change the date accessed because I accessed this yesterday. But in this case, I don't have to add anything extra because all of the web stuff here is very easy for EasyBib to get off of the website. So we know what the date is that it was published. It says that right here. We know the author's name, and we know that he is a professor, etc., etc. So I'm going to go back to EasyBib. More advertisements. Oy. And I've got everything I could possibly want for this citation. I'm going to say Create Citation. I'm going to wait for the bell to stop ringing. And here it is. It says Citation Added. And I'm going to select it, copy it, and paste it into my Works Cited page underneath the other one. So now these are in alphabetical order. I'm going to space them out a little bit just to make sure that it's easy to see how they're divided. And I'm just going to go on and make sure that every single one of my citations from the paper has a full citation here on the final Works Cited page. So hopefully that was useful. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your teacher. Thank you very much.